should be up and running again, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a drink of water. Yeah, you might be too late for your own games. However, the VODs will be available later, and they are being split out as we speak. So, let's go into our next series, which is going to be Lsteel against uRound, which I believe is more PvT. And is the stream back, guys? Let's just make sure. Okay, I'm going to close this real quick because people wanted to know if I could get the Chaos Launcher one up to see APMs and stuff. Chaos Launcher. Yeah, I won't cast Sentinel and Me because it's too hard to cast games you already know. You can't do it. If someone else would like to cast it though, they're more than welcome to. When I get done here, take over and just switch it and take the last series. But it's too hard to cast your own games. It's just like you know what's gonna happen, and you just can't focus on the right stuff. Like it's really, really awful. But if someone would like to cast those games, you're more than welcome to. Just let me know that you want to, and we can make it happen. Oh yes, it's gonna work. Okay, so we can have it. We can have APMs. Looks like on this day we can have nice things. Alright, so this time for real, going into Lsteel and uRound once I stop blanking out on where I want to go. Here we go, round 8. Alright, game 1 on Othello. So spawning on the top left-hand side is our purple Terran. We have mSj uRound. And in the bottom here position here is our brown Protoss. We have Lsteel. And I really hate brown because it's super awkward to see on the minimap most of the time. It just does not show up very well. So hopefully Lsteel does not go for any like crazy drop builds or whatever. I don't have to follow that around. And this, oh wow, alright. Getting started, this series started off in style, I guess we'll call it, as there's no pylon here and it's an immediate probe heading out into the center of the map. Now he needs to be careful where he builds this, because if he builds this like right in the center, the scouting path almost goes through the center, so he needs to make sure he gets out of the way of that. So we'll see if he's thought out his proxy positions for this. I hope I don't see a failed proxy that's just like in the scouting path, but I think the normal scouting path goes around this way. It's actually going to be really interesting to see how this pans out. And I don't know, if uRound scouts straight down, I'm not familiar enough with this map to know the exact scouting path, but I'm going to laugh if like uRound scouts down and it just is like right past. This is Othello, by the way. Or Otello, I'm not exactly sure the correct way to say it. I probably butcher it. Alright, gateway. Although something about proxy gates against Terran kind of makes me wonder, especially against a wall. If this has a wall, this is going to be pretty lol. If it's a Zealot type wall, which it will be with the barracks right there, I think. Like, if it's Zealot type and he's just doing, like, proxy 2 gate, that would be pretty classic. That would be pretty classic. Alright, so now we find out if uRound just, like, naturally scouts this or not. Oh, he's going the wrong way first, though. How unfortunate. In fact, is that the normal scouting path? Do you really? Yeah, I guess you do go up there. Actually, I don't know if this wall will be Zealot tight. Let's see. No, barracks left is tight to Zealots, right? Yeah, it's barracks right that isn't, so this will be tight. If you can, assuming you can build a depot here. Alright, so uRound will probably not find this. If uRound is scouted down, though, I think it will. It should be, because barracks, depot left is tight to Zealots. And this is definitely tight between these two. Yeah, I really want to know if he would have scouted straight down, would he have found this? Oh no, oh no! He's going the wrong way! Oh. Whoa! Holy Lord, Star Sense. Alright. Alright. Start the Zealot down here. Nah, I bet you he's up here. I was like, perfect, like, Star Sense. It's like, I'm not feeling good about down low. It's gonna pan out nicely for him, although it's not really gonna pan out that nicely because I'm pretty sure this is tight. Although, it's important to notice, guys. It's important to notice this SCV. This is not done, which means this can't be repaired. So this could get. Oh, don't sit there with the Zealot. All right, there we go. There we go. What? Okay. It was like he was gonna leave. All right, he's trying to kill it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! All right, so it's so low on health right now. More Zealots coming. This is actually only one gate though, Proxy, and he's getting his gas and his core back up at home. So it's really not super cheesy. Oh, he's got to go for this depot, but he'll get it finished. And he actually holds this part off just fine. And this really isn't as cheesy as it could have been because it's basically just turning into a fast Zealot pressure build. Yeah, his econ's not going to be quite as great, but it's not the end of the world. Man, if you're going to do that, though, best way to do that, obviously his probe didn't go the correct direction quick enough, but the best way to do that is just to pylon wall. Like, if you throw a pylon here, then the Zealots can just get right in, because pylons are, like, never tight. Second gateway being added, so this is going to continue to be a pretty pressure build. I wonder if he'll add even more gateways, too, and go into some huge, heavy goon play or what. Or if he'll just transition out of it and just make a Nexus, which is also... misclick? I don't know. Probe chilling. Enjoying the ocean view, I guess. Riverside view. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's meant to be a river or what. No siege on the way yet, but there's a tank, so I think we're going to see FD. And he's continuing to make his Marines. And here comes the SCV Scout. He has not found this gateway yet. He sees that the tank is out, so honestly this game now turning into a pretty normal game with a weird gateway placement. First tank is about to be out. So is he getting mines? He's getting nothing. Just to make a CC, I guess. I think he might just siege expand. Although he doesn't have siege reset. I don't know what he's gonna do. Oh, he's getting 2 tanks. Alright, so strong FD. It's pretty good against gate FE builds, but against 2 gate should be enough to defend it pretty easily as long as you have somewhat good goon micro. Well, he's got to be careful here not to lose stuff. Oh, he's leading with the goon. That's a little ugly. Not exactly the best way to go about that. Not only does the goon take the damage, it also blocks the Zealots, which are what you really want to take the damage. And this Marine decides that, you know, he can take on all of Protoss all by himself. Then he's like, that's a lot of Protoss, and runs scared back into base. Yeah, this appears to be just sit up the ramp and play it safe. Oh, okay. So the probe was missent. Now it's arrived in its right spot. And we're following up with a proxy robotics facility. Yeah, siege expand with no siege. With siege at like 35. Oh, cute little scouting eBay. I can only assume. I can't imagine he's going to proxy a turret or something. As fantastic as that would be. Yeah, but it wasn't siege expand either because there was no siege until super late. And he's eventually going to have it and chase Protoss out. And proxy turret, heck yes. Turret push into the main. The shuttle can't get home and defend. Yeah, that's what it was. It's 2 tanks to siege. Alright, so this cliff is pretty defended. Protoss does not want to run in here. That was a big miscontrol from Lsteel, who did not have his units on hold position, and they immediately just charged in. So he donates 2 goons for free. Which should have uRound feeling okay. These Marines are in hot pursuit, though. Never mind. They're just going out to chill, the natural. Alright, so... that's a lot of money, by the way. It's too much money. Oh, he made the robo too soon. Ah! But... eBay. All-seeing eBay. And... never mind. Hey, in case my eBay scout fails, I'm going to send an SCV as well. In case the eBay scout also fails. And we can see here, second tank going up. Yeah, repair the eBay for additional scouting. Continue to repair it. Bring like 4 SCVs. Keep it alive against all the goons. Yeah, he's got to suspect it. I mean, who builds a support? Well, you got to know there's a robo. I mean, you can't even build a robo without a support bay. Which kind of sucks, though. He just lost his eBay, but he got his turrets up. Or a few turrets up. Wow, that's pretty good. He actually got all those turrets started before the eBay died. Nice. And Nexus down now. Alright, so he's starting to get those minerals down. Alright, let's land the CC now. Okay, there we go. There we go. So he doesn't have a turret ring, but he actually is pretty close to having one. Oh, he's got a Goliath. He's got a Goliath. Fantasy-style defense, like in the Fantasy vs. Zombie games in OSL. Oh, alright. There's the Zealots. There's the Reaver. We have hotkeys? We got turret hotkeys. Okay, does he? Okay. Here we go. Wait, what? He's walling it off? So it can't be killed? Say what? Oh no, no, this is not the way you do this. You do not just fly over turrets. Oh my god. Lsteel. I do not know what that was. That was D-level player though right there though. As much as I hate to say it, that was micro not. That was no micro. That was shuttle suicide. And oh, he gets a tank though, so at least he got that. Reaver down to 10 health. He's gonna go for like a depot now. It's so close. Just go tickle it with the Goliath and it's dead. It has like 10 health. Okay, he's gonna bring the tanks in to kill it. Boom. Alright, Reaver eliminated. That threat done, dealt with. Making another shuttle. So we might see another Reaver, although this shuttle might just be for defense, like Zealots and stuff. Which really sucks when you lose that, because actually, like, well, maybe not so much against this build, but against a Rax FE, you can totally go ahead and do one gate Reaver and then like double expand behind that Reaver. But if you lose the Reaver, you're pretty boned. But different situation here. But still, if you go for proxy Reaver and your Reaver dies and kills a tank, and that's all, not a very good trade. Protoss is more than pretty behind. Even if the CC was taken pretty conservatively, I mean, his natural only just got up. And we can see that Terran is already ahead by 10 supply. Getting a bunker up at the front. I mean, Terran's got turrets, he's got 3 factories. Lsteel adding a 3rd gateway. And the saturation here is super low, by the way. He needs to transfer like a big chunk of these bad boys over to this base. He's scared of shuttles. I don't know, 3 isn't a crazy number. It's okay to have 2 or 3, especially like let's say one good Reaver shot could catch 2 or 3, so if you've got a few extra, you know. Now, if you had like 10, I'd be a little worried. Also, that is so defensive. That is so defensive. That is like the don't you get near my nat defensive style setup. Oh, is he? No, that would be strange. No, okay. He's switching over to tanks and stuff now. Alright, so we've got 6 gateways. And no sign of a 3rd base. Oh, we got 7 gateways. This is going to be really... Okay, this is actually dangerous, though. Although, I don't know where all the units are. But 7 gateways off 2 bases is going to be dangerous. If uRound isn't careful taking his 3rd, which he is being pretty careful. He's got 4 factories. But it's kind of an open 3rd, and he is definitely going to take it. But he's going to need to be careful, because this is quite all-in. This is like all-in into all-in into all-in. I mean, we already tried... Well, okay, the first wasn't really an all-in. This is kind of a forward gate with a Zealot. But then we went for the proxy robo, which didn't do anything, and now we're going to try the final all-in, which is... Wait. What? What am I watching? Why would you... Oh, why? 7 gateway Nexus? I don't know how to describe this other than this is... We're going to make extra gateways that aren't producing anything so I can delay my Nexus longer. I just don't understand this build. Why would you do this? Like, if you're going to go 7 or 8 gates, you're going all in, man. Make your units and go try to kill Terran. But, alright, he's making a Nexus. Yeah, that's a lot of units. Honestly, I don't think he can defend, like, at all. He's got no Zealots. Like, I think if uRound pushed, I think he would die. But I don't think uRound's going to do that. Also, if you're going to build the 3rd there, why not just build it there? He's like, I don't really feel like building it 3 hexes over. I'm going to put it right here. I don't know, maybe he was worried he'd have to siege his tanks in a weird position, but whatever. I mean, he doesn't have as many vultures as he'd like to have, but at the same time, Protoss doesn't have very many Zealots either. I mean, pure tank can handle goons pretty well, even goons and a Reaver. So this is going up. Presumably this is hidden. Forge being made here. No pros being transferred though. And this vulture should see it here pretty soon. I'm not sure he's going to push soon. He's in a pretty defensive spread position. You'll probably have seen that Protoss, I don't know if he's actually hit the scan yet, but he's going to see a lot of gateways. Although he's going to know about the space now, so he might. But honestly, he's got a third up at the same time as Protoss, so there's no need for uRound to push now if he doesn't want to. It's just, I was kind of looking at it and being like, well, he could probably end the game, and I mean, he is up 40 supply. Which gives you an idea of how ahead he is. He's getting a starport now as well. He's up to 5 factories. Kind of a weird placement of factories, but... Oh no! Oh no! Where are the goons? Where are the goons? Where are the goons? Where are the... I don't know what they were doing. Oh, they were defending vultures over there, but this is a huge raid. So many probes dying right now. Oh, he's got to target fire them down, but he can get them all, and so many are going down the vultures. Nice job there. He's going to get almost every single probe from the natural, and by almost every single, I mean every single probe from the natural, and laying a few mines even here. Oh, the Reaver! Oh, nice pickup, though. He does manage to save the Reaver. Now okay, never mind. I'm in a good position to kill the main probe, but I'm just going to run around needlessly and attack the Timber Archives. Could have gotten 5 or 6 more, but that ends that harass. But still, that is already obviously very, very effective as he killed all the probes at the natural. 79 supply against 125. And uRound is just like, alright, I'm gonna go kill you now. I didn't feel like you had a lot of shit when I was vulture harassing you, so I'm gonna come kill you. Now the only question is, does he go for the third base, or does he go for the natural? Whoa! Goliath might as well shoot the shuttle if you're gonna walk into the goons. Imposter goons. Hey, our fellow goons, they look kind of metallic and they don't fit in with color, but you know what? We'll let them walk with us. And the push continuing its way towards the natural, really clumped up tanks though, but still, that's just, I mean, it's more tanks than Protoss has goons, and there's not a lot, okay, fine, there's more goons than tanks, but there's also a lot of other supporting shit. Some stuff in the front starting to siege up, losing one a little bit prematurely, and more now sieging up, the pylon wall is going down, all those goons are dying, being forced back into the natural, and the situation looks quite bad. Protoss apparently, oh, okay, that's not terrible. If you actually actively pick off reinforcements, that's not a bad use for those goons, but unfortunately he has lost his natural. So it's now 2 base Protoss against 3 base Terran. Obviously we all know how that tends to end. Could maybe do a little harass at this base before uRound gets up a few more units, but unfortunately it is just new goons. Hate new maps, what? How can you hate the new maps? Can't just sit here and play FS all day, even though too many people do that. Oh, he's actually going to go over here and kill off this proxy robo now too, so just dividing up his forces everywhere. Has not sent any tanks over in this direction, but there are still this clump of goons and Reaver being obnoxious. And yeah, Othello's super old, man. Othello's like, from like 5, 6 seasons of Pro League ago at least. This is like a 2008 map or earlier, I think. Maybe you thought it was Jade? At this point, it's quite safe to say uRound is in control. Wait, is he losing all these rallied tanks? Any goons are so... they actually have a lot of kills, so these goons are just kind of chilling here, picking off some rallied units, but it looks like uRound's going to come over and like kill them off. Actually sieging up to deal with this. Oh, but they're not on hold position! Oh no! They're going to die to tank fire, and Lsteel does not notice. He does notice the shuttle, which he might save if he can successfully dodge the Goliaths that are around here. Oh man. He's gonna try to drop the Reaver on the tanks. He'll die instantly. Oh, he's gonna get a shot down! Oh, okay. And I think with that, Lsteel's hopes are as dashed as could be. Stuff is getting sent over to this base to kill it. There's nothing being made at these gateways. The stuff that is being made at the main, which is basically nothing, is dying. And uRound is in good shape. Yeah, what's the third? Fish, Python, but what else? Oh, okay. Alright, I guess that would be true. Oh, there's a DT over here, though. So we'll see how quickly he can scan for this. Sieging up now immediately. Unfortunately, he's going to attack the Goliaths. So that scan should get baited out here pretty quick. Scan. Or don't scan. Scan. Maybe. Energy? Energy? Yes, plenty of energy. There we go. He's trying to run away. Does he? Oh, DT actually escaped, but he's got a lot of scans, so he'll be fine. And this base is pretty... Oh, he's actually trying to chase it with the Goliaths. Nice. The probes are running away. I don't know where to. He does kill that DT off. And he's... Oh, he's unpowered the gateway, making... Are you kidding me? How is this gateway unpowered? This pylon seriously doesn't power this gateway? Okay. Not expect that, that's for sure. And I think at this point we're just kind of waiting for uRound for GG. I just don't see him mustering up anything out of this. I mean, everything is dead. He's officially mining with like 6 probes. And he's banking money. He hasn't spent that 600 yet. And there we go. It looks like uRound is going to go ahead and move up into the base. He's actually going to unpower all the gateways. And oh, this Arbiter's actually doing some damage because there's no scans going down. And finally, Lsteel says GG. uRound taking a 1-0 lead. 10 million minerals and gas. That's a lot of resources, man. Jade. Lsteel, uRound, game 2. Alright, so in the top left-hand corner, we have Lsteel. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have uRound. He leads 1-0, having taken the first game in pretty dominating fashion, deflecting every little attempt of shenanigans by Lsteel really easily. Although I think it was more of Lsteel making mistakes than it was uRound solid defense. Not that uRound had bad defense, it's just, I mean, when you fly your shuttle over a turret, you know. Oh yeah, I forgot to clear this up so you guys can actually see the APM and stuff. There we go. Now you can actually see it till your heart's content. Was it that mineral and drone hack you're talking about? Where a drone you'll see a few drones that start randomly burrowing and unburrowing, and then all your workers stop mining, and suddenly the other guy has a retarded amount of money. Yeah, I remember playing a game on Destination. It was pretty funny. I was just I think it was actually on Game Ranger where someone did it, but it's on Destination, right? And I start off, and kind of a few minutes into the game, after taking my naturals, all my workers are not mining, and I was like, wait, what the hell? I know I didn't hit stop on all these workers, and it was kind of confusing. And then a little bit later I get a Corsair, and as soon as my Corsair flies over the base, it's the main of Destination, right? It's huge as hell, and there's just 25 plus hatcheries just all making, at once. And I was like, oh, I see. And he's question mark, and I was like, nice hacks, and he's like, nope, no hack. And all I could say was what? I mean, obviously I knew he was just trolling, because you can't ever say you're hacking. And then it was pretty sad, because I actually ended up winning the game. At that, I held the bridges with Archons and cannons. I put 2 Archons on both bridges, and that's all I did was made Lings. And then I just continued to mass Archons with a few Zealots. And he donated so many Lings, it's infinite Lings kept dying to my Archons. And I moved out with Sares and Archons and DTs, and actually ended up killing him. And then he proceeded to rage at me as a hacking noob for at least half an hour. Yeah, dude, Archons on the bridges of Destination with a DT or 2 in front. That's nicely OP. It was a pretty satisfying victory. If you would have known how to make anything else, be it Mutas or Hydras though, no chance. But apparently spam Lings is the only way to go. Never mind the fact that he also had God knows how much gas. But it was just pure Lings. Also, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but map packing ZBZ is really funny between 2 players that are decent. Obviously it's the complete opposite, because no one wants to make anything first. You don't want to go 12 pool against, a 12 hatch, right? Well, both players make their 12 hatch. No, the other player wants to make their pool first. So just expand. This game I watched literally went to I think it was 6 hatches before pool, and then both players were like, all right, let's just agree to build a pool now. And then that was all they could do, is they just had to make an agreement that, all right, we're gonna build a pool and start moving into attacking units, because they could both see what each other was doing. It's really funny to watch. Like, you know, like at first, you know, like the hatchery goes up, like, all right, it's both 12 hatches, that's normal. And a few other people like were watching this like for the first time, and they're like, wait, what the fuck? 3 hatch before pool and ZVZ? And then the other guy did it, and they're like, wait, what the hell? And there was like 4 hatches, and I'm like, it's got to be map hack. And they're like, oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So, with the game at hand, we can see we've got the wall here, with a what the bunker? Okay, alright, it's gonna be... I do not understand what the hell is going on. This bunker is so far... Okay, at least he's gonna like... Wait, is he gonna really re-wall this? I don't understand the point of this bunker. Like, if you wall this, you can't repair the bunker. Oh, it's 2-gate. Okay, never mind. Oh, but wait, it's 2-gate goon. Yeah, okay, never mind. Like, this bunker is not repairable. It's so far away, too. I don't understand. Why would you not just make a repairable bunker? Like, if you have whole, like, panic SCVs for this does not end well. So, this will be curious to see how this pans out. As there's obviously going to be a lot of goons, but at the same time, there is a nexus started behind this. Yeah, but why even build all those depots up there, though, that were vulnerable? Like, that's a lot of vulnerable stuff. So he's going to need to start repairing this right away, and he's obviously just going to have to be careful, you know, with this kind of long pull distance. He's going to need to be really careful here that he's immediately repairing this. And here comes a tank up right now, sieging up. Oh, that's really close to the bunker, though. And, oh, no, he needs to keep the barracks on top of it. He needs to keep the barracks on top of this tank, as this is very, very much, although there's no reinforcement goons. Well, okay, if there would have been reinforcement goons, it would have been a concern to run in there and have it be picked off, but... Yeah, slow response, but, like, that was a risky position to siege that tank up on, in my opinion. That's really close to the bunker, and there's nothing narrowing it down. Like, the goons could easily run in there and snipe that first tank. But, since he made the Nexus, he only had those initial 2 goons. And a third one now coming to join his brethren. Although, to be honest, I don't think Protoss has seen a CC yet. And from his perspective, it's a little risky to be out here like that, having not seen that CC. Because, for all he knows, it could be like Fact Port. And and there wasn't a CC thrown down. So for him to be out here, like, if you're out here with all these goons and you get like Fact Port dropped, you're pretty much dead. It's pretty much over. And he's getting his first obs out. And it's SCV here. Second factory, engineering bay, everything looking pretty typical for uRound. Whoa, this is gonna be a fast third. Although he actually has 3 gates. And he's gonna pylon wall it off. Alright. There's so much area. I like how these goons are like posturing like no vultures, but they can just go like out all the way down here. That's a pretty wide area to try to block off with goons. Is he making dragoons or is he just saving? God, like if this was like Fact CC, this would be so dangerous if it's Fact CC Fact timing. Because he's halted so much goon production and lost 1. Alright, he started the Nexus. So he better resume full-scale production now, or he's going to be like super vulnerable. Units? Yes, okay, there we go. Oh, SCV's going to see not a whole lot. You can see the start of the pylon wall. There's a field goal, SCV field goal, all day long. And Ob's chilling over the 2 factories. Oh, he's already got the armory, so I think we're going to see expansion from. Yeah, he's getting his academy as well. And he's definitely okay to just go ahead and expand. But I don't actually see the CC started as of yet. Oh, there we go. We're going to have 3rd factory going up. Nice obs there from Lsteel, seeing everything. And this is a lot of turrets going up right now. Is it turret ring status? This is damn near turret ring. I don't know. Hard to tell. Real close if the shuttle can get through there. Bunker, turret. And a shuttle could get through here. So there's like one gap in this entire thing right now. But of course there's already an obs in. And still no sign of the command center yet, although he's only at 50 supply. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gates coming up, and getting his Arbiter tech and 2 forges out really fast. Although he actually needs to start his Arbiter Tribunal. Come on, man. Stargate, Archives, Arbiter, 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 and we got like... Oh, we gotta get the probes over there. Tribunal? Or not Tribunal? Still no Tribunal. Cannon at the ramp, more goons being out-rallied out here to the front of the base. I'm starting to feel like Protoss is going to be in a really good spot. Protoss has a third, and he's got like full tech. And Terran does not have very many units or much of a window, and his third isn't even... Okay, he just started his third. I'm a little worried for uRound right now. Lsteel is in a pretty comfortable economic position right now. And he's continuing to make... Starting some Zealots, and he added the... No, still has not added the Arbiter Tribunal. This makes me wonder if he meant to build it, and there just wasn't enough money, so it didn't build. Yeah, I think that's what happened, probably. That's why this probe has been chilling here for so long. But either way, he's got his Arbiter tech started, actually be 400 supply. So these will be up nice and quickly, and it looks like uRound, there we go, moving out now. Here, going to take the ridge. These goons need to go the other way. They do not need to engage the vultures. Oh, good, he does not lose any, though. So he is able to pull back. And surprisingly, uRound actually seizing a little bit on the low ground. And presumably we'll see some depots, turrets, and the like going up. And this command center about to finish. But Protoss getting up to a nice solid 70 supply lead. Needs more gateways though, man. He's got 3 bases. 3 bases and 7 gateways. Just doesn't really cover it, to be honest. As we can see, and he's just not macroing as hard as he could be. Like, honestly, if he was macroing really hard, especially with a lot of Zealots, he'd actually have an opportunity to come in here and bust this up right now. As uRound is still only on 3 factories, which is not a whole lot. I mean, it's pretty vulnerable to 7+ gateways. But unfortunately, his macro is just not as tight as it could be, and he's not going to have that opportunity. But he is getting out a bunch of Zealots. But uRound really needs to add more factories. Usually other people worry about that, but someone will get that here. Alright, so we got Starport. Where is the usual follow-up to that? AKA Science Facility. Apparently non-existent. And uRound is like so slow taking his base. Protoss has been on his 3rd base for a long time. But the macro, unfortunately, from Protoss just hasn't been that strong, so supplies are closer than they ought to be. Really are closer than they ought to be. But still, this is just not a lot of stuff, and it's almost all tanks. Although these vultures back here help a lot. They suddenly showed up for a fight. I don't know why Protoss' army's down here. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, okay, now I do. Oh, this could be a little bit scary for uRound. These dragoons are going to walk in here really fast. If he walks straight up, he might even be able to snipe the CC before everything can get there. SCVs are transferring right now. Oh, the game music is too high? Alright, I think we can handle that. If I do that, and a little bit of that, we should be good. And here we go. He's straight up... Actually, no, he's not targeting anything. Now comes a bunch of units. He's actually gotten trapped, though. Oh, these Zealots are being used really, really badly. Trying to siege up, now going for the tanks on the other side. I'm not sure about the control here from Lsteel, but it is, the bottom line is it's a lot of units, and oh, if he gets Zealots up here on the front, he may bust up all of this stuff from uRound, whose supply is dropping alarmingly fast. All of a sudden, double supply for Lsteel, and he has pretty much just rolled everything uRound has. He's just had his 3rd base for so long. uRound's 3rd is obliterated, and I don't think uRound was expecting that, to be perfectly honest. If Lsteel can close out the game from here, it's definitely his game, and then some to lose, or to win, I should say. To do either. That 3rd should have been walled off, but there just wasn't enough units. The bottom line is, I mean, like I said, he's still... Okay, these just finished, but for most of this game, he's been on 3 facts against... All these gateways are done, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7 to 8 gateways. And that's a tall defending order. Like, unless you're throwing out depots and turrets and minefields and everything, and have a bunch of vultures, that's a tall defensive order. So now it's just a matter of Lsteel. Lsteel should really grab a 4th base and just be ready to close this out. Honestly, he could probably just come in here right now and just start busting this up. But he definitely should not allow uRound to grab a 3rd, and if he does, I'd be pretty disappointed in him. He's missing a lot of gateways though in his macro cycles. Also, this seems to be back on you. And this SCV is doing I don't know what. Probably looking for 4th base. Okay, so he is taking a 4th base. And uRound off 5 factories. Is he rebuilding that CC? A hidden expo. Take it next to Protoss. He'll never look there. At least not until he wants to expand. This expo, I guess this could be slightly hidden, but it kind of makes sense that he wants to take the natural of another main. Alright, so uRound cautiously, tentatively moving up here onto this ramp with a few vultures anyway. But, look at this. This tank count from uRound is so low. There's like 5 or 6 or whatever. Okay, there's 7, but still 7 tanks is not very lot. Although Lsteel, for as long as he's been on 3 bases, I'm sorry, but this guy has no army. Like, no army at all. And it's... Well, okay, we gotta look at his pro count or something. It is pretty low. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I didn't kill anything, but this army is really small. I think it's just not enough saturation, because, you know, 1K, yeah, it's a bank, but it's not a bank that should make me feel like Protoss has no units. And we can see saturation's okay here, but this is like 1.5 per patch, maybe 2 at best, and this is obviously being denied right now. No, his macro isn't good, but, you know, he does have his money down now at this point, and his army still feels really, really small. And this is, I mean, this is, you know, we're 16 minutes into this game, and if you get left uninterrupted, you know, you're usually maxing at like 13 minutes or something. So, you know, he's still 50 supply away from that 3 or 4 minutes after that. Yeah, that 1 volt was allowed to deny mining for quite a long time, huh? No one bothering to clear it out. And by no one, I mean Lsteel. Man, as OP as Zealots are, they shouldn't even be afraid of vultures. Sometimes they act like it. Alright, you should just attack in here, personally, and just kill this. I mean, this is not defendable to this size army. Like, I think this needs to be A-moved. I don't even think he has to do any micro. Yeah, the APM is not particularly high for either player, but at the same time, Quark was B-, or sorry, B+, rather, with 110, 120. Yeah, and Baku, you know, is A- with 150, 160. It's only moderately faster. Yeah, this is DRIT, D-Rank's Invitational Tournament. Oh, dropship harass. uRound is actually fairly strong though. uRound I think has touched C- a few times. So I don't really know what went wrong with him in this game, but... No, this is definitely not C rank. This is definitely D rank. I don't know what rank Lsteel is. uRound has been, like I said, D+, C-. Oh, he's trying to harass back. Oh, wow! That is cute. That is a cute C's position. And as long as he doesn't start targeting cannons, he's going to rape a lot of pros back here. Although it looks like there's goons coming in here to defend it. Oh, he actually is targeting cannons. Oh, uRound, why? Wow, that's really impressive. Like, for Terran, that's harder to do. Oh, we got a big vulture raid over here, but it's pretty cannoned. Although, actually, the cannons are in a really terrible spot. It's like, you can't come up the ramp, but if he gets up the high ground, he can kill so much over there. And, of course, Baku is like 140 to 160 APM, A-3rd. Oh, I just saw obs. I saw, like, multiple obs. There's, like, so many obs floating over here. I thought it was, like, a unit. What's going on here? See, uRound is getting up supply now, though. And while Lsteel is max, this is where I'm worried. You know, uRound being in these D+, C-, I expect him to have okay confidence in pushing. And if Lsteel doesn't have good control, he might just get rolled by a 3-3 death push, since he's not... Like, he missed his opportunity where uRound would have been super, super vulnerable to just getting this A moved, and now this is pretty defended. There's getting to be a pretty high tank count. There's mines out in front. The third base is up and walled. You know, uRound's going to get to his max army. So he definitely needs to add a bunch of gateways, and he really could use a few more probes too, but he just needs to be able to have a lot of unit production, because if he gets rolled in that first battle and doesn't have enough gateways, which he really doesn't right now, he's just not going to be able to reproduce the way he needs to. Oh, bye. I forgot about that, yeah. Alright, so 2 and 3 and 1-1. How close is he to 2-2? More importantly, where... Oh, he's only got 1 armory? He's close to 2-1. I don't know if he's close to 2-2. I don't know if he's got a second armory or not. These facts could do with a little bit more rallying. And yeah, he added the oh, there's the vessel. Vessel. So there's at least one. Oh, we got Arbiter Energy, so we're gonna see some recalls here. Although I don't know how I feel about recalling a 3-base Terran that's just turtling contently on 3 bases. It's kind of like, alright, I'll move my army half an inch and deal with your recall, sure. I'd like to see the recall, like, once he starts to push out, or once he gets more spread out. It's a little more effective at that point. And he actually has a lot of his stuff on siege right now, which is actually going to help uRound as this recall comes in here. Does he have mines? No, he doesn't. Although, of course, recalling the empty nat is not the best decision. Is he going to go for the main? Yes, he is going to go for the main. And has not been very heavily mined up. He'll probably just get right over the factories. And this is a big recall. A lot of goons and zealots is going to have to come back to defend. And will he... Okay, he's just going to opt not to push. He's going to come right back and defend. Going to turn the corner. He should be able to defend pretty quick. But the only question is, will he lose factories? And a few units getting split off. Obviously, the danger here is just making sure it's... Alright. He's actually damaging a lot of factories, but he's not focusing any of them. I don't think he's actually going to get anything. I don't think this recall is going to do much. A few of them are getting into the red, though. So he will need to get over here and repair this, but everything coming down the ramp and clean this up quite quickly. Needs to get rid of these last few zealots, though. There we go. Does so. And now should just repair the factories that need it, which is actually amazingly just one. And oh, it's going to be a big attack over on the third, maybe? He has left some tanks over there, so this will be interesting. And Lsteel's done a nice job. He has remaxed quite quickly, getting all these gateways up and, well, some of these gateways up and running, but he's not added nearly as many gateways as I'd like to see. There's just not a super high gateway count over in that other base yet. And I suspect we will see uRound, yep, roll right out. I'd like to see him get his army a little more together, though. Seems kind of small and fragile, but he's laying a lot of mines, which is good. Oh, picks up a little probe there. Is he gonna run in with straight vultures and engage? This is suiciding a lot of zealots, which he's gonna need. Laying a few mines, trying to get rid of this. Not losing too many vultures for that. And uRound just kind of casually microing back, getting his whole army together. And it looks like we're gonna see a counter from Lsteel. And this counter can actually be recall assisted if he wants to hop over those depots. Lots of tanks are seized up here, so Lsteel's gonna lose his third. But if you were... Oh, is Lsteel just going to turn around? Is Lsteel actually going to turn around? He doesn't have very many gateways over here, which is a bit of a concern. Vultures engaging the cannons in this fight, and here we go! He's going to need to get back in position in a hurry, but uRound is getting up on the high ground and starting to siege into the choke, which could be a nice spot, especially since there's maybe just a few stasis from these Arbiters and definitely no high Templar spells to worry about. But oh no! Oh no! Lsteel is botching this, kind of! A lot of his army is back. This is a lot of tanks, but a pretty good stasis there. More sieging up, but he's lost so many vultures fighting those cannons that I think this can be broken up by Lsteel, who at the moment appears to be doing just that, although uRound is now ahead in supply. He's not taking a fourth base behind this, though. He's clearing out a lot of probes at this base, and I don't know. I think Lsteel is going to be pretty happy after this, as uRound was unable to secure a fourth base behind this, and this is pretty cute, though. This is pretty cute. Oh, man, but the Zealots were able to get on top of it. That is pretty cute. But these two Zealots are going to ruin it for him, man. These two Zealots, or these three Zealots. He could actually recall over here if he needed to. Oh, no, actually he burned through all that energy. Never mind. But that is a cute block. That is really cute. He actually scans this. I'm not sure why. I guess so maybe so he could attack right when it unstasis. But unfortunately, that is entirely cleaned up for uRound. Not quite working out the way he would have liked to have seen it happen. Yeah, it was unfortunate. He donated a lot of vultures trying to kill these couple cannons. And he actually has not started the CC, so I just don't think there's enough supply. I mean, it's 120. Actually, Protoss pretty low, but huge bank. Little DT in there with the army. And here we go, another push. Although not very many tanks, and kind of split up too. So the question is, where is he going to head this time? To the main or over to the right side? He's in position, though, to get majorly flanked once Lsteel gets wind of this, though. And here comes uRound, now sieging up. Lsteel is kind of getting his units separated out, though. That's cleaned up in a hurry. Nice EMP2 on the Arbiter, denying any stasis. But here comes the other side of the army, which is decently big, and now it's just tanks with a lot of vultures. Oh, he's unsieging at the worst possible moment. No! And he's actually going to try to run home, as now Protoss army is all on top of his stuff. Immediately sounding the retreat. DT in there. Oh, actually kills the DT. Because he has a vessel there. I was able to see it. Getting off some pot shots, trying to pick off tanks as they retreat. Doing a pretty good job of that, actually. But unfortunately, uRound is going to be draining his financial reserves pretty darn low as he's mining off just one base now. I mean, this is pretty much the army from uRound that has to do something, and he really needs to throw in a CC, but he doesn't even have the money. And he just can't go all in with this push. Like, if he tries to end it, he has to throw down a CC and try to, like, keep Protoss off his back or something, because if he doesn't throw down a CC, even if he pushes and kills 2 bases, there's still other bases left with lots of gateways and stuff like that. Also, at probes. Looks like uRound is again going to go for the main. I mean, uRound has to suspect there's bases over here. In fact, he's dropped a tank, so he knows there's bases over there. Sieging up. Yeah, I just don't know about decision making. Absolutely needs it. Oh, he got cleaned up though, I think. Oh, Protoss actually taking. Okay, so the death song is beginning to sing right now for uRound, because even if this push kills the entire main, I don't think it matters. And there's another huge army out from Lsteel, which I think is big enough to kill this, especially if he can get off one more stasis. He doesn't quite have it yet. He's leading with the Zealots, nice. But there's just no vultures in here. There's not quite enough to stasis. He'll have enough here to do that here in just a sec. Needs to throw it down. He's got 100 energy now. He can go for it if he wants. Zealots are starting to get into the tank, so he's not going to even bother to throw down the stasis. So he's just going to try to... Oh, he does throw down the stasis. And now he's trying to get through here. There's still a lot of tanks, so uRound's push is holding on, but a lot more units being streamed in from this side. And he's continuing to macro away, sending everything in he can. I don't know if he's quite going to break it on this try, though. At the moment, uRound is holding. Oh, but everything's sieging up. Really bad zealot control there by Lsteel as he targets vultures instead of tanks. And there we go. Now trying to get on top of the tanks, but then again, focusing on the one tank that is dematrixed. But there's just a lot of units being sent constantly at this, and I think it's ultimately going to prove to be a few too many units for uRound to handle, as this is getting broken up. He's rallying in his last bit of stuff, but it is his last bit of stuff, and Protoss can just keep making stuff all day long. So he holds with 2 tanks. Unseizing, he's going to try to move them further up, trying to lay the mines, doing the best he possibly can to hold. But I don't know if it's enough, and by don't know, I mean I really don't think. Here come more Zealots. The Zealot control is making me a little sad, but he does get one of the tanks. There we go. Here comes another single goon. Probes apparently deciding that they want to join the battle as well. And another Arbiter. If it stasis is one tank, that would be so priceless. Be so priceless. But doesn't have enough for stasis. And he actually notices it and pulls it back. And we can see thoughts of taking the space have kind of gone away. Needs to re-rally some of these gateways too, though. Wait, what? Why? Just a random gateway here. Alright. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that uRound is still trying this. I mean, I guess he can try to land here, but he just doesn't have the units needed to make anything happen. And he's... Although he will be mining from this base for a long time. Although, actually, never mind. At first I thought the crystals were, like, totally fresh when I looked, but let's mine out a little bit more of it than I thought. Comes a vulture raid. Oh, yeah, but honestly, at this point, actually, he's banked up a lot of minerals right now. And this Arbiter actually does not have enough to do anything. Thought it did, but does not. And it looks like Lsteel is just going to let this base fall, which is fine. Although, really, Lsteel could also be more aggressive in taking bases. Like, all uRound has is these units. There's no reason he can't just be, like, throwing up 8 million bases right now. He's so far ahead. He's got well, he had a lot of money. But Protoss just needs to, like, end this. He's kind of dragging this out pretty unneedlessly. Although this was a lot of effort spent for uRound to kill a base that is somewhat close to being mined out. And here comes... What is he? Oh, he's going to kill that CC. Oh, he's just throwing down a whole lot of cannons up right now. And uRound doesn't really even have a response to this. He just has to lift off and leave. So he's just like, he's totally out of stuff. All these SCVs obviously going to die as they nicely glitch through all the goons, ghost SCVs. But even ghost SCVs can't make it through a solid line of pure Protoss. A definitive message from Lsteel that, yo, this base is mine, get out. And of course the old, this was a 29-minute, 45-second cannon rush. Proving itself quite effective. And we're going to have a little bit of engagement here.
And we got a fight going!
And engaging with the vultures. And no, Science Vessel's being pulled back. The tank count, though, is just so low. There's only like, I don't know, 4 of them. But these goons are so clumped up. But at the same time, oh, I don't know what to say. It's just a lot of Protoss, but this engagement is horrible. Like, this is so clumped up and poorly controlled. He needs to spread them in an arc or do something. He could actually potentially lose this, although with one Zealot getting in there, that's going to help out a lot. And the main frontal vulture is finally falling off, and there still might not be enough to get through all this. Oh, there we go. So there's finally a flank on the other side, and now everything is completely dead, and there's really nothing at this point uRound can do other than say GG. Yeah, uRound is really hanging on to nothing. I don't really know why. Like, he's as mined out as it gets. Pi dropping the usual bit of wisdom. Alright, we're gonna long distance mine from over here, apparently, to continue this game. This is DRIT. And it's between uRound and Lsteel, with uRound about to lose. It's pretty amazing that despite having 4 bases and all this, it's still, the supply is still 120 to 85. Like, that's really not that big of a supply lead, but like, it feels like fantasy GG timing, but when you actually look at the supplies, it's not as ridiculous as the game feels like. But he has officially mined out this base. Please go kill this, though, if you let him back in the game. Because what I'm actually worried could happen, as much time as he's taking, although, and he's barely mining from down here, too, as much time as he's taking, he could actually mine these bases out, and he's not really proactively taking... Okay, maybe he's finally going to start taking more, but... At this point, I'm not really sure what to say. Lsteel just content to sit in the center. But at the same time, I think this is all uRound has. I think it's all he has, but... Oh, he's trying to take this base up here, too. Which shouldn't work because units are going to pour out of here. If he sneaks like 2 bases and comes back and actually wins this game, this would be really, really disappointing. Like, I'm kind of worried. Like, uRound doesn't want to leave the game, but Lsteel at the same time really doesn't want to end the game. And I don't even know what Lsteel's game plan is. I guess take more bases, but he's just letting this whole base go unchecked and mining. Hey, sup, Bakuru. And a bunch of vultures running, I don't even know where, but those are going to get intercepted big time. Where is he going? Did he finally see this base? Like, how? This is depressing me right now. He's just being allowed to casually mine from over here. Alright, well this is gonna get killed, obviously. As a Vulture and a Goliath are not gonna defend a Protoss army. And somehow, guys, the supply is only like 15 behind. Despite being 5 bases to 2/3 most of the game, the supply difference... Well, okay, he just macroed again, but the supply difference was down to just like 10 or 15. I'm casting? So yeah. Just kind of wait to see what will happen here. Like, it's almost starting to make me worried that something can happen. Like, this is going unchecked, unmined. And he's only mining a little bit from here. Alright, I know this is almost mined out, but... Can we actually mine out your bases? This is D-Rank's Invitational Tournament. And this is still unchecked. Oh, uRound's gonna come down here and try to kill this, and honestly, as bad as the engagements have been for Lsteel right now, although this has no support with it, it has no vultures, it really needs vultures. Oh, it does too, okay. He needs a siege though, he needs to get ready for this. Alright, kind of sieging in a line, needs to lay more mines though and defend this. And we'll see, Lsteel just running straight into a line though into Terran. This is not how it's done, man. This is not how it's done. A nice D-Matrix, and against the line, D-Matrixing your front tank is a pretty genius decision. Look at all these cells clumping onto that single D-Matrix tank, and he's just going to punch right through this army of Lsteel while simultaneously losing his back base. And are there enough units here to break this up? No, everything is going to die. This is called line engagements, and the demonstrator of this is Lsteel, and he's showing us why we don't engage this way in TVP. So he's lost this base, and he's lost this base, and all of a sudden uRound is mining from this base, and now we're watching and we're thinking, well, we got a little offensive recall, but he only recalls the level 1 tank. EMP goes down, and everything quickly falls. These goons not being spread at all. And uRound, I think, is going to have a supply lead. Yeah, uRound in this game now has a 30 supply lead, despite having been mining from, like, significantly less bases the entire game. And by significantly less, I mean, like, 2 or 3. And Lsteel got his point. He's got to be freaking out. He's got to be thinking, like, how did this possibly happen? Like, you know, where did we go wrong? This is part of it, but more than anything, it was honestly the engagements and being ridiculously passive in places he did not need to be this passive. And now uRound's going to set up here, and Lsteel doesn't have enough units to stop this. Like, I think uRound can get these 2 bases set up, and then he's fine. I mean, uRound clearly is a much, much better late-game player than Lsteel is, and I don't think Lsteel can hold on. If uRound gets this set up. Oh, he finally notices this. Actually, I don't think he does. But all the probes getting picked off. He should come down here and kill off this Nexus here pretty soon as well. And honestly, why is he not floating the CC over? That would save him a lot of time. He really ought to do such, but it seems he's not. He's still not mining from this base. There's like another 3k minerals you could mine from that. And this one's going to be mined out. He's mined out over here. And by the way, he's got 197 minerals. So basically, this is his army. He's 114. And uRound is 150. So, yeah, the Team League finals are coming up this Sunday, but this is the individual league. I mean, it is a fairly beefy army for 114, but, you know, we wouldn't expect there to be tons of probes. Oh, finally he notices and transfers some probes. And uRound is doing a nice job checking to make sure Protoss isn't going to sneak anything. Still has his mines there. Oh, we've got a nice recall going on over here, though. Does need to go ahead and reposition his army to deal with this. SCVs being run away. I don't think he'll lose the command center. And he has unseized a lot of tanks. He does need to be careful of the fact that there is still this army, and he might see a little bit of a flank here. And whoa, Lsteel feeling confident here. He's like, no, this is my base. Get out. Just immediately throwing up the pylon, sieging up a few tanks, and this is not a very good place for Lsteel to engage. This is quite narrow. This is quite Dragoon clumpiness. Actually, these goons actually have an okay spread on them, though. So, oh man, is Lsteel actually going to break through uRound here? Because if he breaks through this, this could swing back into Lsteel's favor after all of this. I don't know, uRound supply has suddenly dropped a tremendous number, like 75 supply, and I think this recall may have just won Lsteel the game. Is it going to be enough? Oh, these mines though could be dangerous. There's no obs with this army. Oh, the last tank goes down though. Oh man. Oh man. I don't know. I don't know. It's still kind of two bases mining, and he does pull back at this moment. Okay, we've got some more reinforcement tanks. I'm not even sure at this point what to say about this. This game is just absolutely ridiculous right now. The amount of like changes of stuff we've seen, and he needs to repair this before he lands it too. Oh no, mines! Oh, he's gotta be so careful. I don't know why he's moving his army around in a scrappy position like this with this low supply. He should just be so much more careful. Oh, Afrika doesn't buffer at all for me. Like, I get perfect, consistent stream. It's like just as good for me as watching Twitch. It's so nice. I can watch like Haya and Sky and like whoever. Alright, so 107 versus 82, so situation seems kind of bad, but he's trying to get on two bases. Like, honestly, uRound should just like turtle the heck up here. Like, I don't even know what to say about this. This is so ridiculously back and forth for all the wrong reasons. The accidental banning. Finding unknown powers. Alright, that's a pretty scary army. He can bust this if he wants, especially like if he does a recall on top of this and then just A-moves the rest. Like, Lsteel can definitely still take this game with the army he has, but... whoa, whoa, stop over here. Is this a recall? No. It got EMP'd, I think, because it has like no energy at all. Here we go, recall round 2. I think this is going to end the game. He's actually going to land this too. I don't think he's going to stop it. Oh, but there are mines there! Are they going to be enough? No, but they do soften the army up. The Arbiter gets targeted down, but not quick enough. And there's not enough units here to defend it out in the open, and he can come in it from the other side as well. So I think uRound is finally truly broke, or maybe he's just going to try to hold the ramp with SCVs. A little Protoss attack from the other side, though. And uRound is trying to hold as, let's face it, Lsteel is mined out. Like, Lsteel is also done. So if Lsteel is too wasteless with units here, which at this level, you know, you just never quite know what to predict. He could run entirely out of stuff. I'm gonna donate it. It barely escapes. And we're just kind of waiting. Lsteel, I can't tell if he just doesn't know how to kill this, or if he's just way too passive and like afraid to try and kill this. But either way, it's just like this 1 CC here that stands between him and presumably winning the game. More tanks now coming over as well as a vessel. Is he gonna go for it? Is he gonna go for it? Alright, at least he has an obs. At least he has an obs. I was a little worried that we weren't gonna have an obs there. Oh, he's long distance mining now. He has enough money. Oh no, he doesn't have enough money to build a Nexus, so this is like what he has. Yeah, I kind of want to see uRound win this, because this would be like the most ridiculous comeback in the world. Down 5 bases to 2, win the game. That's the good life right there. Oh, okay. Reposition. Yeah, there's no way T can defend, especially because he could actually be like a semi-flank. Like, he's so boned if he attacks. Like, I'm really surprised uRound doesn't, like, supply depot this, like, a wall deep or two. Like, that would help him so massively. Or he might just go counter the main. Although, he could lose a lot of units doing this as he runs through mines if he's not careful. He's actually being really cautious about this. I like this. He's actually splitting off zealots, but he's going to donate. Like, these are his last zealots. Which he has to be a little bit careful of, as we all know how well Pure Goon fares against tanks. Oh, turning back the obs. Oh man, this is such careful clearing out of everything. He's finally deciding he does want to try to go for the main. And he's actually clearing this out nicely enough. He probably actually has also gotten vision for the obs to help with this. Oh, don't lose it. Oh god. Oh god, I couldn't imagine if he lost that single obs that he has. It'd be so devastating. Oh, this is risky. uRound wants to go to try to clear out these goons and take this base back. But if Protoss moves in, oh, Protoss, this is like what he has. This is like what he has. And he's actually clearing this out so carefully, needing to be deadly cost efficient. Protoss is just going to straight up run in, though. D-Major's going off. He is donating the Vultures there with this, but he is going to get rid of the last Dragoons. And at the same time, oh, this is a good mine clear. And this is going to make uRound really scared because it's going to seem like a full-on army is attacking. Say a goon just coming here to attack the supply depot. And now uRound scrambling back into this position, but at the same time, Lsteel also over here trying to harass his way into uRound's main. And uRound now has this defended. This game is so back and forth. There have been like at least 3 or 4 moments now in this game where it seemed for sure the other player could win, and then the other player snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. And this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. And donating even more units, getting off a good EMP. God, this army is now so small. I think uRound can actually take it at this point. I think finally uRound has. I don't even know if a recall now can end this. He's mining. He's actually sneak mining from like 3 bases. And Protoss with this, rather than build a Nexus, we're just gonna like all day long distance mine. Although uRound could. Oh, there's actually one cannon to defend his long distance mining shenanigans. Alright, so EMPs, he sees the army of Protoss. Alright, there's a possibility for no recalls right now. Oh wow, oh wow, alright, once this joins up, there's no way he's gonna break this. And he just doesn't have enough money. I mean, he's long distance mining from 1 base. uRound is almost into 3 base Terran mode. He's almost into 3 base Terran mode, although he's gonna mine this out pretty quickly. Oh, he's now sieging this up from the low ground, actually. Oh, that's beautiful. I can just scan. Oh, he's using the vessel. That's perfect. So Lsteel now denied from mining there. And we also have a dropship in play now. So probes are gonna have to chill. He can go mine from here though, which actually would have probably been the better. Does he? Has he ever been to this base? I don't think Yellow's Vision is gonna tell me this. Oh my gosh, he might not know the base is even on the map. He might not even know this base is on the map. Like, the fact that he's not long-distance mining from here is really surprising, and the fact that he never tried to take this makes me wonder if he had no idea this base was even on the map. Oh, okay, he's going to try to come in here and kill this, but I don't think uRound even gives a crap at this point, as he's mining solidly from both levels.
Oh, uRound won so easy.
And, oh god, look at this army coming up. I don't think he can deal with this, I really don't. And uRound can just make another now. I mean, he's solidly 2 base eco right now, even if he is going to mine this out. And Lsteel has 78 supply. uRound's got to be like 130 by now. Oh, he's almost maxed. Oh, jeez.
There's the GG.
Up to 175. Oh, it's got to be so frustrating for Lsteel to be having this happen too. Like, to have been this far ahead, and then to have been a 5-base Protoss against a 2-base Terran, only to have this happen to you. But I have to admit, this game swung back and forth. Like, it was like Lsteel, and then it was like, holy crap, uRound is actually going to somehow come back and win this, and it was like Lsteel, and then it was like, oh, uRound definitely got this, and then it was like recall, and suddenly uRound had nothing. He dropped like 80 supply in a second. It's like, oh, Lsteel has this, and then somehow now I think it's actually uRound's game. 70 against 170 supply at this point. This is the most definitive supply lead we've had at any point in this game. This looks like it wants to do a recall. And yeah, that's what it's going to be. But the recalls, the units are actually really far away for Lsteel. He can't. This is going to get even more interesting. He actually can't defend this recall. Although maybe he could if it happens here. He can actually EMP this. Oh, is he paying attention? Oh God, is he paying attention? Oh, oh, is the EMP? Is the EMP where it still land? Oh wait, no, he didn't land the EMP, did he? No, it was the EMP where Protoss still recalls, but this is not going to do anything, unfortunately. If he would have recalled the main, I actually don't think uRound could have defended it with his army this far away. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you look at it for, this recall... Alright, this Dragoon is being allowed to do a lot more than it should, but... point is, everything's pretty much dead. He's actually back to mining from this. You cannot engage this man. But obviously his main is raised. And there's still a pretty good amount of money. uRound is actually 187 supply now. Arbiters are going to have to go away. Is he going to come defend this from the low ground? Low ground defense with really only one tank. They won't even defend the CC. Queens can just go to the other side of it just fine. Lsteel microing his heart out over here, not realizing that there's like this much more from uRound. He is down to his last 5 units. All his probes are definitely denied from mining there. And he has 140 something minerals. Like, I don't even know, there's not even a lot for me to commentate on other than that Lsteel is now definitively dead. I mean, you can't win the game. Can't possibly win the game with 5 units, 2 arbiters, and some probes. And possibly an extra round of a zealot. And here comes the rest of it. He's actually got an ops tracking this. Like, he should know at this point that there's nothing he can possibly hopelessly do. And yes, I guess this game teaches you that fantasy GG timing works. But it was weird because, like, it felt like it should be fantasy GG timing, but at any one point, if you actually, like, looked at the units in place, it wasn't. And finally, GG! uRound in a 50-minute and 13-second game eventually takes the win despite being down 2 bases to 5. And moves up 2-0 in his series against Lsteel. Look how even this was in resource count. You have to be D-base. You have to be D-rank to play. D-base. You have to be D-rank in this to play. Lsteel, if you watch this broadcast, please come talk to someone. We need to teach you how to actually engage Terrans so that you don't die. Like that one engagement in the center where you threw that much of your army. There's actually a league for C- players too, for C-, C, and C+. Alright, so here we go. Game 3 on Neo Medusa. Lsteel just having a obviously very disappointing loss for him. 2-0 to uRound. We'll see how he handles this. And he spawns as the purple Protoss over on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, we have uRound as our teal Terran. Yeah, it's called YSL, and there's also ASL, both of which are for that level of play. No, this is best out of 5. Best of 5 for a round of 8, and best of 5 for semis, and then best of 7 for finals. Yeah, no, his APM sure goes down a lot. He spams it pretty hard, but then it drops to like 100. I really hope we don't have another game that is as crazy as this. Yeah, this is going to be a long cast. I was kind of hoping this would be like a 2-hour or 3-hour cast, and we're already not even halfway through the second series. Well, potentially not halfway through the second series, and it's already been going for well over 3 hours. Needless to say, I think I'm going to be eating dinner late today. I don't think I'm going to sit here and munch food in front of y'all. I want to listen to the smacking of food or whatever. Plus, it kind of, it's kind of hard to commentate and eat at the same time. And when you try, you usually get these like unintelligible phrases. Doesn't go on. Yeah, there's true. There's some foods you can snack on pretty easily. I go for the sale special, do some grapes, but... Alright, here we go, Gateway. Alright, so he's gonna go gateway. Well, it's not baffling that it happened. In response to what I'm talking about, you said, I just mean it's only baffling if you assume C+ skill and higher. It's just, it's still painful to watch. I mean, absolutely, I can understand, you know, from watching the game, it's pretty obvious, you know, how it was allowed to happen, but it's still painful to watch. Oh, okay. So we got hidden stuff, Now the question is, what is it going to be? Probably Robo, could be DT Tech. Hey, Pi, it's Christmas. Simulator, gas. Yeah, I probably could. I mean, the last bit of those games hardly needed much commentary. It was mostly Lsteel in the center, Lsteel in the center, Lsteel in the center, uRound with tanks defensively, uRound laying mines, Lsteel in the center, Lsteel in the center, Lsteel in the center. If there were ever a good show match or a grudge match or something, I would totally be down for that. That'd be pretty fun. Alright, so the factory is going up, and what is the proxy building of choice? Or is it just a proxy pylon to make uRound think evil? Wait, what? Alright, is he trying to put down a pylon in normal timing so that I can't tell if this is metagaming or I forgot I had a pylon down here and I only saw 2 in my base. I'm actually not sure. Oh, okay, he's adding a building, so it's going to be DTs. But I think he added this pylon specifically so that uRound wouldn't get suspicious, I think. Oh, okay. I totally forgot which map this is, and I was like, I thought he was making a proxy bunker in a random spot. And I was like, oh, that's the natural from that. Derp. I think that's the thing though, like, it doesn't surprise me, like, D-ranks, like, the mind games happen because it's like, some players, like, there's definitely some players at this level that still, like, don't quite understand, like, how important macro is and stuff, and so they go through with all the mind games because, you know, they're thinking, oh, if I've got great strategy, I'll win, but if you can't actually execute the strategy, you know, oh, he's actually going to build a gateway here, too, to proxy them from, oh, lord, and a, huh? Alright, this has got to be a tell that something weird is going on. Anyone that makes one base forge, like, I think the mind game now at this point is the SCV comes in and confusion ensues. And then, sorry, if I came into a Protoss's base and saw 2 pylons, core, gateway, and forge, I would not know what was happening. Especially when it was too late to cannon rush me. I mean, the cannons might be for a outbound vulture, in which case it would actually be okay. But it's still got to be confusing as heck to, like, watch in the base, though, and see that. And yeah, I second the motion that blog was really nice. Alright, so throwing up the Nexus. SCV is going to come in and see the Forge and the Gateway. The more important thing to note, guys, is the lack of eBay and the lack of... Oh, okay. Not the lack of eBay. He's actually delayed the CC for the eBay. He's suspicious, but he's got to make the turret, like, ASAP. And I wonder if we're going to see an attempt at a turret snipe here. The Goon, honestly, could probably just move in, like, right now and just, like, yeah, he is. He's going to go for it. Oh, wait, why is he going for the bunker? He's just got to go past the turret, or maybe just kill the turret. Or maybe just kill the turret. Oh, God. Situation just got scary. I don't know if he researched mines. He's not making anything. He's building a turret to fall back on there. He's got, what is this? He's got 2 DTs now. One is going to attack the bunker. One is derping out really hardcore. I don't know what it was doing. He's now going to retreat. He's actually got a turret here. It's possible uRound can live this. There are 2 DTs, though, and we all know... Oh, he actually backs off. Does he continue to pump DTs and try to... He's making a lot of DTs. This might be too many DTs to even deal with. Like, this is DT style. It's one turret, and honestly, these Marines are going to die so fast. I think if he goes, I think he wins. I think he wins. But I think he's too scared. Stop playing so scared. Like, those Marines will die instantly, and there's no bunker. And it's one turret. Like, you don't even have to kill the turret. I think as quickly as they kill this, well, now with this walled off. This is tight and walled off. Might be too much. I see 4 DTs. Don't make 4 DTs and do nothing with them, man. Gotta go for it. You gave him too much time, though. Oh, I hope this wall... Oh, it backs off. I don't even know. I think this is tight. I'm pretty sure this gap is tight. Pretty sure this gap is tight. Here we go. What's gonna happen? Hit this tight wall. Alright, we're gonna slowly turret push our way out of the main base. He's like, I'm taking no chances to this guy. I can beat him in the late game. I just won 2 bases to 5, so I'm just gonna turret push my way out of my base. Never mind that it's not probably the most efficient way. It is safe as fuck, and I'm just gonna make sure I get my natural. That's all I need to win. Wait. My stream does not promise Soul Key. My stream does promise Soul Key love, though. But it doesn't promise Soul Key himself. Alright, so we've got our first turret. Beginning the turret push process. Oh, well, these Marines are just looking at suicide. Oh, DT's killing. Oh, he almost loses a DT, though. Alright, here comes the next turret. Oh, no, it's too far. It's too far. I think he's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it. Oh, he baits the DTs. Oh my gosh, this DT bait and switch is pretty funny to watch. Do I go for the SV or not? No, I don't know. But he does have a second base though, so... You know, Lsteel, in theory, is in a pretty nice spot economically now, and he is adding more gates, as well as a robo, which is bomb. And here comes a third factory. Yeah, no, this is D-rings, you know. Suspension of disbelief and all that. It's pretty useful. Oh, he's actually trying to gamble for it, but he loses 2 of them, so now he's down to 1 DT. Wait, does he really... Oh, he did, yeah. Did he even make a... Is he just gonna, like, go crazy all in now? But how can you all in with DTs? Like, he can just make more DTs and deny you're all in. He's actually making zealots now. This is pretty weird, now that you say that. And it's not like you can actually, like, hit V, hit C, and then not build anything and hit F or something, you know, it's BC, I don't know. He's making a depot, but he's not making command center, he's saving up money though. So we've got the infamous 3 factory before command center turret push to your natural anti-DT build here from uRound. And he's actually starting to make a turret ring around his base, and this is actually going to turn into a speed zealot bust. Which I would say is scary, but this is a pretty sick position for those tanks. There's like 4 tanks just like randomly like 5 miles over, and by the time he runs in the base and runs around, he can like unsiege and whatever. At this point, I don't know how I feel like Lsteel knows that there's a such thing as like speed zealot. Oh, I don't even know what to say. Just got bases going up now. We've got bases going up. Which he totally can. I mean, let's face it, uRound doesn't have his natural yet. Alright. So, third base is Protoss' third is started before Terran's natural. So, Lsteel is again going to get the super economic lead style of gameplay. As long as he doesn't die to anything Terran does like now. Oh! Now I feel like an idiot. Alright, so third base's timing are actually pretty similar. Although, this is a mineral only, but that explains the 3 factories. I was like, he does have an awful lot of units for that. So this makes infinitely more sense now at this point. Cannons going down here, and more gateways on the way. Oh, we got a Stargate. Citadel Archives? Where's the... Oh yeah, we've already got that down here, huh? Yeah, I totally forgot Medusa has this back door. I just thought this was like turrets, and then I was like looking at it, and I was like, wait, that's a really big blob of stuff. It's moving. It can't be. We got scans going down here and here. But he misses here, I think. And there is now an OBS from Protoss, but that OBS cannot do much, as this is the don't you even think about DTing me, or dropping me, or anything me again turret ring. Especially right here. It's like, nope, no shuttles. I assume this is meant to be a Maynard down here. They're not clicked properly on the minerals, I don't think. Are they? Oh, maybe they are. Yeah, they are. Okay. Alright, life is good. Lsteel has a little army out here. uRound actually head in supply, adding factories number 4, 5, and 6. And we have +1 almost done. Oh, what? Is he gonna take another base? Is he just gonna try to like take mad bases this game? I mean, if he adds enough gateways and actually macros, but the problem is, see, he's got 3 bases and 3 gateways. This is how you die. Like, it doesn't matter that you have 3 bases if you have no production. Like, Terran is about to be like crazy outproducing him. Like, if Terran just goes now and reinforces off 6 facts, I don't think Lsteel can hold, especially since Lsteel doesn't have much in the way of army control. Alright, so this Vulture Rest is obviously going to do absolutely nothing with 3 cannons there. Although it might kill some innocent zealots. Although I think certain people in this chat might feel that zealots are never innocent, so maybe I should refrain from saying that. Oh, donating vultures, Okay, donates vultures, whatever. Still pretty comfortable lead, about 10 supply here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we got 6 factories worth of production. And a huge 2-2. Make that 7 factories going up now. And unfortunately, it is just 4 gateways for Lsteel. And again, the money is jumping up. This is another motif of Lsteel, as we don't see gateways fast enough from him. And this army is this is woefully small. I'm sorry. If uRound really should just move out right now and just reinforce with 6 facts, 7 facts, and there's nothing at all. Oh, okay, maybe he's going to do this. We'll see. Maybe he's going to take a 4th, though. It's pretty easy to camp and take a 4th on this map, too. But we'll see if he does that, and if he just moves out and just reinforces off 7 factories. I mean, if he scans the main, he knows there's only 4 gates. He's finally getting close to a 5th, but... okay, he might just camp and take down here. Because if you just get up to, like, right here, with nice, like, camped out spot, you're in control of your 4th base. uRound suddenly forgetting to spend all his money, though. Up to 1.8k. Adding an 8th factory now. And Lsteel getting a 6 gateway. And yeah, Lsteel, you can see the saturation. I mean, yeah, he's got a lot of bases, which is nice, but it's like 1 probe per saturation at all bases. And he is trying to take this base, too. Alright, so we're going to come down here and kill this tech off. Alright, I'm going to go straight for the pylon and kill it off. Which means he will need to rebuild the archives if he wants to continue to make Templars. And see, this is what scares me. This army, it's so small. I mean, he's got so much money because he just doesn't have enough gateways. And he misses production cycles too, which never helps. But, like, when I watch Lsteel play, I feel like he sort of knows how, like, conceptually the matchup needs to be played, but he just has 0 mechanics to execute it and 0 knowledge of how to engage. This Vulture Raid really, I don't think will do much, but he's going to try to go behind her. If he actually goes behind and tries to kill that 1 cannon behind, which is exactly what he's doing right now, which is going to be pretty frustrating for Lsteel, but he will be able to get defenses down here and trying to cluster all the probes on the gas. Could actually just tell them to find the gas. But they're just going to chill while the Dragoons come in here and clear this all out. And this dying, and obviously uRound's 4th base almost completely up. Okay. Random scouting zealot, checking what's up. Yes, I am a Protoss player. I main Toss. Alright, so we're gonna have recall. Well, I feel like we're gonna have recall, but there's not enough energy and stasis is developing. But the way this Arbiter is going over here to chill, gate count might be up to 6 or 7 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes. 8. Okay, he's got 8. He's got 8, and uRound is... Holy vultures. There's so many vultures just, like, around the map. I don't know. This is going to be the biggest vulture raid in the history of mankind, and it's going to be awesome. Alright, here we go. Vultures converging on this one can, and these probes are going to die so instantaneously. Oh, actually, some of these vultures are going to go ahead and retreat, but... all these are going to go ahead and get picked off super quickly. I think they're going to get picked off super quickly. Or we're just going to leave a couple vultures behind and chill here with the other vultures rather than... Oh, well, he's killed off all the probes here. And in the meantime, recall going on over here, dominating this base right now. And uRound's kind of like slow to respond. In fact, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, this is almost turning into the reminiscent of round of 16 games. I'm trying to forget who, but someone went with the absolute, like, I don't give a fuck response. I don't think it was to a recall, but it was like something else pretty serious. And he was basically just like, nope, I don't give a fuck, and just continued on with his original game plan. And yeah, Lsteel is D ranks. Lsteel is an ASL? Are you sure? You sure? I'm skeptical of this. This seems a little crazy. Alright, so right now this recall is absolutely doing really good damage, but slowly tanks are getting sieged up. It's a pretty awkward position for Terran to move through, but it's also a position that makes it pretty hard for Protoss to engage. He's going to have to go up and around and pick off some of these turrets. And we also have the same... I think these vultures want to come help their friends, but they don't know how to, because pathfinding on this map is a little awkward with this temple. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, if you took games off you, I'd be a little concerned. I mean, to give you an idea, Lsteel was up 5 bases to 2 in this game against uRound, and ended up losing. So, if by you don't believe he's D+, you mean you believe he is like D or D-, then sure. But what we've seen here is not D+ play. That was really difficult for me to say too, apparently. No. Okay, so plus. He just lost. He was a 5-base Protoss against a 2-base Terran. Like, he raped Terran's 3rd base with no losses and lost. Like, his play conceptually seems to be D+, C-, but his mechanics and execution is like borderline D-. Has been the struggle here. I cannot say I've seen anything here that makes me think anywhere near yellow rank play. And uRound is a solid D+ Terran. And uRound's units right now are getting a little bit confused, to say the least. Should like kill this off or like figure out his pathing or whatever, because this is kind of awkward. His tanks do not know how to get back home right now. In fact, a lot of his army does not know how to get back home. And we've got a push. What the hell? What is this? This is gonna get so owned. Oh my gosh. What is going on? This is like, here, have 6 tanks. I don't even understand what I'm watching. There's not even mines out in front of these. Okay, here comes some more tanks, but a lot of his army is stuck back here. And Lsteel is like super scared of this army and immediately moving back right now. And uRound needs to get... I don't like where he's siege right now. This can get so badly flanked, and he doesn't have anything mined up or whatever. Like, this is really a bad position for uRound to be in. This Nexus, obviously, as you guys noticed, ended up actually dying to vultures. Lsteel did not defend it. He really would love to see him notice that all the stuff is up here and not fighting. I mean, let's face it, this isn't quite Jadon level, but I would definitely like to see units get back to where they need to be. Okay, about it to me be, or however you say your name, if you want us to watch something, a YouTube link, you need to explain what it is, or I'll just ban you. You can't just, like, spam links, unless there's a... Oh, he's gonna walk... Oh, no! Oh, God, don't do it, don't do it. Oh, there's just been another recall. What the hell? Where'd it go? Oh, it's down here. I just saw his army disappear. Alright, so we got a nice recall going on the base. So Lsteel's pretty good with recalls, I'm gonna be honest. And he's gonna pick off a lot of SCVs here, and uRound is not that great at defending recalls. So Lsteel is doing a little bit of damage right now. But at the same time, a big push, and uRound is still well ahead in supply, and he's actually got enough units. I think he can come down here and defend this, as this is just pure goons. And he's actually going to save the CC. I mean, it sucks that he lost his SCVs, but this is still a pretty big army coming up to shut down the natural right now. And he's got no gates anywhere else, so once the choke tide is put on the natural, Lsteel's in a pretty terrible position. I mean, I guess he can try to recall out, but not a lot he can do beyond that. Alright, so this base, I'm pretty sure uRound doesn't know about it, but either way, he's reestablished this. He's going to take this back, and he has now choked the natural, and pretty much has a stranglehold. There's a lot of arbiters out, though. That's a lot of stasis, man. But, oh, don't stasis the front stuff. You've got your prime choice of stasis. Don't pick the stuff in the front. And here we go, line engagement again. No more stasis is even being thrown down. I don't even know what is happening right now. But the situation does not look too good for Lsteel. Units kind of charging forward, and yeah. Lsteel is going to die with a big tank, though. uRound is actually pretty low on money. Because he lost his base. He's only mining from here, a little bit from here, and he's just getting his mining going back. And units continue to pour out for Lsteel, but reinforcements, tanks, and everything coming up. And I just don't... Oh, he needs scans, though! He needs a scan! There we go, the scan does go down. He really could use a vessel over here. He's going to be throwing down a lot of eternal scans. Oh, he's got a vessel. Why? Oh, okay, maybe that was why. Vessel on stasis. And arbiters tickling away on tanks, eventually going to kill a few. And Lsteel is trying to hold this base. I mean, he has done damage, but I don't even know what to say. Oh, mine to back. No, okay, mine to back. That wasn't a mine to back. And what? Don't engage one goon at a time. And this stasis is such a bad location. Like, it's like, we're going to make an extra awkward pathing. Like, why not come out up this way? Oh, these engagements make me sad. uRound. This is the only area where I see of uRound. Well, this is the area that stands out to me of uRounds that kind of hurts him the most. Is he doesn't play very fast, and he doesn't, like, when stuff like this happens, he doesn't get back to mining from his bases very quickly and doesn't get that all sorted out. And 3 arbiters now tickling these tanks. Where are Goliaths? I hope they're in production. Keyboard? Nah, dude. Unless you were, like, never good. If you were ever D+, you'll never be keyboard. It's not even possible. And yeah, if you're, like, below C or C-, you should definitely just, like, message me and have me add you to SGS Skype group. There's lots of people to play with there. You don't even need to have fish working or anything. You can just play wherever you want. Game Ranger, iCup, fish, whatever suits you nicely. Yeah, you won't be keyboard. You might be a little rusty and be like D for a little while, but then once everything comes back. So Lround has managed to get up enough units to actually push uRound back, or Lsteel has managed to get enough units to actually push uRound back away from his natural. So he is still plugging away. He is still mining from 2.5 bases. Yeah, just PM me on TL, Lmaster, or add me on Skype. Let me type that in chat for you guys. If you want to just add this name on Skype, and I will add you to the group, and you'll be set. Alright, so tank sieging up here. This base is now definitely dead, as there's no way you can get over there to defend that. There's lots of vultures. They're nicely sieged across the bridge. And although the army for Lsteel is pretty big with a lot of arbs, I mean, there's a lot of tech in the army. So Lsteel, like, if he engaged smart, he could really make this army do a lot for him. But he's getting to the point now where he's going to be running super, super low on resources. That's a good point. Fold is in there. Yeah, he's kind of at a point. I don't know, his recalls have been pretty good, and let's face it, you know, uRound has still not gotten back to mining from this base. Like, he hasn't transferred anything, and, like, he's just, like, uRound's overall play is okay, but he's just, like, inattentive to some things. Oh, he's trying to target fire down obs, and Lsteel needs to pull back. He does not need to lose arbiters needlessly. There goes 2 being donated. He's trying to bust this up. Probably not the best decision. There's just a lot of really nicely spread tanks across the bridge, and finally deciding, yeah, I don't think I can make that work for me. Backing off. Fold occasionally talks, mostly just asks for games though. Man, I wish I went to the same university as someone that played Brood War. It's kind of depressing. Only SC2 players where I go. Alright, now he's coming back out across the bridges. EMP, nice EMP on the Arbiter. There's one Arbiter with energy left. Which I should have 92. Oh, it doesn't even have stasis. Alright, everything's sieging up. He's trying to run in here and backing off. Man, trying to retake this Nexus. He's still got such a huge bank. And he is actually macroing from these gateways at the moment. But there's got to be, with this much of a bank still on this low of mining, yeah, there's just got to be long periods here where we're forgetting to make units. Do we have another recall coming? It's still not making units, by the way. This is what kills Lsteel. I suspect he's one of those players that's really worried about his strategy and his game plan, and he's not doing anything in terms of like making units and whatnot. Yeah, honestly, if you have this much money and you know you're gonna fuck up your macro, like, just queue. Like, it's better than not. I mean, the best way is just to tell yourself, no, I'm gonna make myself macro, and like force yourself to do it. But barring anything else, especially an important tournament match or something, just do what you have to do. If you've got this much money, just don't mess it up, because like if you don't have units coming out, what can you do? Oh, uRound finally getting back to taking the space. Alright, this base finally mining a little bit more respectively. Respectively, not respectively. And again, Lsteel is getting forced back across the bridges. I will give Lsteel credit though, he's good at making Arbiters. And he's pretty good recalls, to be honest, too. Oh, this Arbiter! Oh, it escapes, just barely. 91 supply with how many units? Oh, we got tearing that piece. Oh, he's back in range of the Nexus nearly. If he just brings a few more of these tanks straight up, he'll be in great shape. Alright, I'll say my thoughts here as we watch this game on APM and whatever. Don't ever think, at least I don't think it's ever a good idea to think of APM in terms of, I want to increase my APM. What you want to do is just be faster, do more stuff. Like, force yourself to do more stuff. What's worked really well for me is a combination of a few things. One is watching FP bots, pro gamers, and like learning how they play. And oh, let's go back to this before we get this. So we got a recall here, doing a little bit of damage in the main, but wait, does Lsteel or does uRound even have anything back here? Not really. It's not that big of a recall though. His tanks are all up here. And he's kind of forcing the issue right now as he tries to go in the main. Alright, he's sending a few... Actually, he's not really bothering... Oh, he's got a tank siege up now. He's got a few units back here. It's hard to tell how much damage he'll end up doing. Yeah, once this is over, I'll share my thoughts a little more. Alright, so it looks like... Well, this is not the best Vulture usage, and there's a lot of stuff stasis and clump. Can Lsteel continue to hold on? This stasis is actually kind of helping at this point. There's still a lot of units. Alright, once he gets rid of these, now he can go ahead and start thinking about backing up, sieging up a little bit, laying a few mines. But at the same time, the recall is actually cutting through a lot of uRound's factory counts. And, what is this game? Is this happening really again? Are we again getting into a position where the situation is really, really bad for uRound? Because, like, let's face it, his production is... He doesn't save these factories. Oh, he's got a lot, but he's got very few with add-ons. He's about to be done with tanks. Like, straight up done with tanks. Once this factory falls, he's done with tanks. Alright, it looks like he managed to save everything. So he saves his factories, and Lsteel is officially just about out. Alright, so, well, there's a break here. I'll continue to share my thoughts on it. For me, like I said, part of it, one of the things I feel that helps is just to watch, like, FP bots, and, like, actually learn, like, what is it they're focusing on, like, depending on what you race you play. Like, learn how, if you're a 10 player, like, learn how, like, how you pushes, what he focuses on, what is his aspects, you know, feel the macro timing, feel where he focuses on that. I mean, you got to know that, and that's part of what I think someone said about you got to have a game plan. You got to know, like, when you're doing, like, what are you doing and why. like, you know, if I'm pushing, like, what is my goal of this push where, and you gotta, in general, late game, you gotta know, and even mid game, you gotta know, like, what your game plan is, what you want to accomplish. Because if you don't know what you want to do, and obviously if you have to sit and think about what's my next move, you're gonna get real slow real fast because you're sitting and thinking. And then, the other thing for me that has helped is just, like, if you feel like you're just having trouble doing things fast, play a few games, even if it's against the CPU or whatever, but play, like, retardedly fast. Like, not 8 p.m. fast, but just, like, jump around really fast and get your mind used to... Oh, we got a little bit of engagement here. Sieging up now here. Last few goons. Tanks going off. A lot of them are dying, and he is sending in the reinforcements out, but they're kind of lagging behind the goons, and they are just about all dead. There's no protection, though, so this is going to get cleaned up pretty quickly, as I don't see a vessel anywhere near. So, again, this is cleaned up, but that's everything he's got. He's now officially 100% mined out. And, alright, it's just a few zealots that seem to be holding on. But no, to get used mentally to multitasking, just, like, play fast. Like, almost play, like, out of control fast a little bit, but just be constantly jumping around doing stuff. Like, just try to be everywhere, and eventually, as you get used to doing that, you get comfortable thinking and playing faster and cycling through things, and it gets a lot easier to play quickly. Because at some point, if you don't ever try to play fast, you won't end up playing fast. Like, you'll get to a certain speed just by, like, you know, getting good macro cycles and knowing what you want to do. But if you don't ever, like, get used to play fast and trying to do a bunch, I don't think you'll ever become fast just from playing a lot. Because there's some people that, like, play a ton and aren't necessarily super fast. Deleted, the fake deleted. Stop spamming links, yo. You are done. And obviously what everyone else said, you know, it's a combination of everything, but, you know, you have to know what you're going to do, and you have to make sure you've got a good hotkey system, and you got to put yourself into a position where you can be. We got a small recall. Where? Over here. Alright, it's going to do a little bit of damage, it's going to kill a little bit of stuff. I was still trying to be as scrappy as possible, lifting off, but it's 119 supply to 38 supply at this point, so I hate to say it, but things look pretty grim. These vultures could probably just clean it up on their own, to be honest. Yeah, dude, 38 supply, the 4 zealot, 1 goon recall. Unfortunately, that is dead. Alright, we're rebuilding the Nexus with the minerals we've long distance mined. This map is New Medusa. I'm actually a Protest player, but alright, I guess I'm a terrible person to ask. I'm so bad at microing Marines and stuff that honestly my TVP APM is, or EAPM rather, is probably higher. Although I find when I do try to micro Marines, obviously I end up getting like a shit ton of EAPM just because there's so much micro like when you're using those. But I definitely see that with pro gamers too. Like if you check, like I've seen some games of Flash where he'll have like sustained like 270, 280 EAPM and like 350 APM, like sustained for the latter half of the game in TBZ. And I don't ever see anyone get quite that high in TVP, simply because I think it's just a lot more clicky when you're microing a bunch of individual Marines than when you're microing, you know, vultures and tanks. I mean, sure, there's a lot to do with those. You know, you got to lay mines and stuff, but it's not quite as crazy as like Marine spreads and EMPs and, you know, running everything out. And that's just a lot of groups. Like if you're 1A, 2A, 3ing a lot around with like Marine Medic, that's a lot of clicks and APM spent to do all that. All I have to say, I find the same thing when I play PvZ. Like when I play PvZ, I play notably faster than I do playing PvT or PvP. Like it just requires it. Like if you're going to control your Corsairs and you're going to do anything, like I'm playing faster and my EAPM's a lot higher when I play PvZ. And it looks like everything, stasis going down, but it looks like everything is just about dead at this point for Lsteel. It is 30 supply to 150, so this is what we call, he's actually running pros, right? Let me just GG. I hate to say this, but like really, when the guy's got 5 times your supply, I'm not sure what to say. I mean, that's a solid supply difference. Alright, so we're going to defend with the Arbiter and 2 Goon defense. I feel like this is like a chess thing, the Arbiter 2 Goon defense. Or I feel like it should be a chess thing. There we go. GG! uRound 3-0 over Lsteel in some epically long games. That was almost over a 2-hour series. I can't believe that game went on that long either. Like, that game looked like it was over at like the 17, 18 minute mark when uRound first pushed out, and then somehow it wasn't. That was a long, yeah, for a 3-0, that was long. Yeah, I don't think Lsteel GG is very fast. And that in PvP too, wow. Alright, so we go into our last set of games from today, Legendary and Prophecy. Legendaries are a really strong Zerg, and Prophecy I think is a decent Protoss. I'm not entirely sure, but I think he's reasonably strong. But Legendary is really solid PvZ. Yeah, dude, this chat lags so bad sometimes. This whole... Oh, I gotta stop the stream. Crap. Alright, I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna reset the stream.